Hi guys, 732 Review Crew here. I'm Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
And we are back today with Battlestar Galactica Season 3, Episode 15. And this one is titled A Day in the Life. Now, I wonder what that means because
Sounds filler.
it could
Sounds like filler.
be, I mean, then we always had that formula of 2 on, 2 off.
It's not filler. It's character progression.
Dude,
Okay.
if it's a day in the life of Doc Hoddle, it's just him chain smoking.
It would be my favorite episode, dude. What do you mean?
Very excited to find out, though, because we've a lot of stuff progressing. And there's only one way for us to find that out, and that's for us to keep watching. So thank you for joining us. We're going to be starting in 3, 2, 1.
Building
Are
a
we gonna get a
cabin.
day in the life of Admiral Adama?
You didn't hear us? Figured we should have sold tickets.
That mom.
Colonel Ty to see you, Admiral.
Enter.
Background.
Wait,
Wow. That was his wife. That was his wife.
No, it's not.
What? Who is that?
What was it, a flashback? I don't see
Yeah,
anyone
really.
in his bed. Yeah.
Couldn't sleep. Happy anniversary, Bill.
Why would you say that, dude?
We gotta get ready. We got morning watch.
I was heating up the milk that on the microwave in the
Day
room.
with Nikki.
Yeah, so did I until Alaskan and Perry called in sick.
Me too, kid.
So, you volunteered us in their place? We barely get any time off as it is. All I know is fracking daycare workers see more of Nikki than we do.
Yeah, well, until the daycare workers figure out how to strip a Viper, this is the way it's gonna be.
It's realistic.
Oh, I know.
Should just put him down.
You just laid down too, didn't you? This is just another day.
Just another day. Maybe I should have married him instead of you.
Yikes.
We had some good times, but more bad.
What? A terrible thing to say.
But you keep bringing me back anyway. Just this one day.
Huh.
Is she not actually there?
No. Not.
Put on the table, Private.
Jaffe, sir.
Think they're gonna get some quality bonding time today?
This place is a fracking mess. You didn't even cry?
Cal, I told you, Nikki is fine.
Yeah, and anybody could have dragged a tool bag down here. It didn't have to be me.
Yeah, well, it had to be somebody. You know these gearing systems better than anybody. What do you want me to do? Give you special treatment because you're my wife? How would that look?
I don't care.
Celix, don't look. Celix, no eye contact.
Cobbs, I'm getting some issues with the speaker in there.
What if rough patches are all we have left?
Celix, turn the comms off.
Yeah.
She needs them on in case there's an issue. He brushes it off well too.
Yup.
Oh no. I was thinking, why would they both be on the same mission just in case?
Like I said, quality bonding time.
Chief, I'm picking up a pressure differential in there.
Oh no. And their baby is gonna have no
Nothing
parents.
drastic. But you guys are definitely losing air.
This is it right here, this one.
Bad weld job?
I feel like he shouldn't touch it.
Yeah. Right?
I mean, I know it should like mostly hold up. It's just like a pinhole leak, but still, like, probably shouldn't touch that.
Gleason takes first watch.
That's her number. That's
Since
his
you
number
created
6
one
/ Baltar.
godlike facade for yourself, why not invent another one for her?
We have to give him a trial, but under what law? Caprican, Pican, Torah? Do we give him a jury trial? Do
Well, he's
we
Capric.
set up a... Wasn't your father an attorney on Caprica?
Yes, and I told you that I didn't get along with him very well.
Oh, right, okay. I need to set up a chairman.
Are they
of
gonna
this
make him the
committee,
chairman?
Somebody who can make a hard decision and who won't get seduced and bogged down by all the legalese.
Do you have a candidate?
As a matter of fact, I do. I was thinking Lee.
Oh.
Perhaps. What do you think?
I'm not gonna say he's incapable of handling it, but he's never shown any type of interest in law.
We really need people who actually know the difference between right and wrong. Thus, Lee. I was wondering if you mind if I stayed on your ship for the rest of the day.
Please, by all means.
Ask her out.
You're getting better at ignoring all of that. That sudden hush, those sidelong glances.
Don't ever recall being able to intimidate you.
Is he a Cylon?
Yes.
He's literally doing the thing.
What's up, hot dog? What are you doing, buddy?
Sorry, I've got the weirdest rash. Really? She was worth it, buddy.
I like how
I can't believe they just did that.
47. Then 48. Now 49 days since our last enemy contact. Now I realize that any higher math's
Wow,
probably
49 days
beyond
is-
most of you. 1 is the only number you need to remember. Because all it takes is for one pilot to let his guard down, one ECO to miss a DRADIS contact, and suddenly the Cylons are on top of us.
He's like both of us. But he's coming into his own, especially in the last few months.
Don't tell me.
Tell him.
Tell him
He knows.
that the Admiral's going to give him a good performance review? Or that his father loves him?
Starbuck, if you got a problem, I don't want to hear about it.
Pretty tough on him today.
Well, a kick in the butt is worth 1,000 words.
Nice.
Gods know you kicked mine enough.
She's looking for someone to take charge of the preliminaries, help cobble together the legal framework. She wants me to assign you.
What?
You're kidding.
I remember when you were younger. You go visit your grandfather at his house, and you're fascinated with his papers and his law books.
And there was me thinking I was being sly, sneaking off into his office all by myself. But for 5 minutes there, I really did consider lawyer.
I never knew that.
You also didn't tell him what he was thinking.
He's doing the Baltar thing.
He's projecting, yes. Why do I feel like this is gonna get worse?
Stop, Joe. Joe!
How they
Drop.
Still alive.
They gotta be okay.
Chief,
They wouldn't off-screen them.
we have redundancies. We have backups.
The manual override is down. There is no way of getting those inner doors to open.
How much time do they have?
The league that size, they'll be out of air in half an hour, maybe less.
Those are blast doors. It would take at least an hour to cut through them.
Going from the other side.
I was gonna say, why don't they go from the airlock? I mean, that's like the riskiest because it exposes them to.
They don't have
space.
It looks like that's what they're doing.
Yeah, do they not have like a giant cup they could put on it to like seal air? Right from the Expanse did?
Huh.
I feel like they have to.
All right, this might be a stupid question, but has anyone ever tried a rescue like this before? No one's ever been crazy enough.
Doesn't matter. No, it's been crazy enough.
You can do this.
Oh, Callie better not fucking die this
You're able to
episode.
live up to a minute in exposure without a suit.
We both know what happens to kids on the fleet when their parents aren't there for them.
Apollo and D. They'll take care of them.
No pilot.
Adama's gonna adopt the kid, probably.
I'll be Godfather.
She's gonna ask him to. Tell me.
There's a civilian family.
Oh.
Anything happens to us.
I'll see to it.
I was being selfish. I wanted you with me. Like old times. I didn't think about Nick.
Ooh. Oh.
Holy shit. That was fucking wild.
God, how bad?
That was fucking crazy.
I was like, why are Apollo and Starbuck in there? It was literally to catch them and soften them.
Yeah.
Should have net.
Yeah.
Dude, that was crazy. I can't get over that. That was fucking crazy.
So are you gonna tell me what's going on with you? My God, it's your wedding anniversary. I had totally forgotten. It's a bad time for all of us.
It's
I
terrible.
gave you and your brother home. Stability.
Dad, I know you want to believe that, but you know what? Forget it. It was a long time ago. Dad, we had 4 walls, but stability. My God, so you knew what Mom was like. I mean, the mood swings. It's why you left her.
She cared deeply for you and your brother.
And then things changed after you left. I mean, there were times when she lost control.
Oh?
Don't listen to him, Bill.
And then one day, finally, the apologies even stopped.
It's enough.
You asked.
You walked out on me. A brilliant commander who could lead all of his men into combat, but he couldn't find a way to live with his own family. We never lived anywhere for more than 6 months.
They needed you. They were our children.
They needed a father.
But when it came to the biggest decision of your life, oh, Bill, you blew it. We were wrong for each other from day one, but you just couldn't accept that. That's it. That's why you keep calling me back. Because if you had made that mistake, it would just call into question all of your other decisions.
Wow.
She was still your mother, Lee. I loved her.
I just don't think she ever loved you.
Whew.
Oh my god, thank god. If it ended like that, I don't know what I'd do.
Where's Callie?
In the tube? The kid's like, no, please.
Go see mommy.
Baby's like, give me back.
Cal. Sweetie.
Okay.
Look who's here.
He just said she's fine. Don't do that.
No matter what, I don't know how we will manage, but find a balance, you and me. We will take care of Nick. Okay? I love you.
Look at those tiny little fingers, man. Look at them.
So what's this?
Oh, it was here when I got in. It's from your father.
Is it ticking?
He left you a note.
It's Grandpa's law books. He had them? That's crazy.
For that day when we all have the time.
That's great. I like that.
That is insane.
That was really nice.
That's just.
And it's not alone. It's a gift.
Ooh. Call back.
You ever think about the times much on New Caprica? One in particular stands out in my mind. You were wearing a really bright red dress.
Yeah.
Said you wanted to build a cabin. You ever wonder what would have happened if the Cylons hadn't come back? We've been at war for so long, sometimes we forget what we're fighting for. Raise our kids in peace.
Like that night in New Caprica, that's really what we are talking about here now, isn't it? So if the Cylons hadn't come back.
Maybe.
But they did.
I will be back in a few days, and if you'd like, we can talk more about that night.
They're both playing hard to get. That's what happens when you're the top
Be
two.
responsible adults.
The little hair flip.
I absolutely would have built the cabin.
But would you have joined her? We'll never know.
Yeah.
Until we do.
I was very happy with that episode. Especially with the developments between Rosalind and Adama, as we all know, because...
There were no developments.
No, it was just a furthering their relationship.
No, but that was a really touching episode.
Yeah.
Like, where it goes into the human relationships of Adama and everything. Cause like,
it was his human.
I had a lot of
Right, that's a
emotions
good-
watching this one.
Yeah. I think the one that got me was the books too.
That was cute.
Yeah.
That was
Especially
cute.
having his dad's keepsakes, because, you know, it's just memories.
I don't know why he has them on Galactica. If he had them in storage on Caprica, that would have made sense. Them being on Galactica.
His personal effects.
Yeah, there's dad.
Yes.
Maybe when he thinks back and has a drink.
Because it wasn't even like it didn't imply that like they were in his personal like library shelf.
It's true.
It kind of implied like they were in storage.
It's fair.
That's I don't know.
I liked it.
I loved
Maybe
it.
that's
I
where he's
loved the
keeping
moment.
his spare copies too.
Don't get me wrong. I love the moment, but like I'm like, why? Why do you have them?
One thing that stood out to me, especially in this episode, was it was heavily focused on relationships. A failing marriage and a failed marriage were the main front of it.
Yeah, you're
with
right. Yeah.
with Tyrell being, you know, a failing relationship with Callie, just simply because they don't have enough time together for the baby because of what's happening, as well as him signing them up for spare shifts, even though, you know, they want to spend time together.
He's part of the problem.
But that's him. But, you know, that's because he needs to do these jobs. He doesn't trust anybody else to do them. And I guess, you know, there's 40,000 people left. You're trying to keep these ships in shape. You got to do that. And obviously, it's not safe to assign them both to the same mission. But, you know, he's just like, I want it to be like old times, like when we were the best team working together. And that was a cute thing because it just means he wants things to be, you know, like they were before they got married. Because, like, that's how, you know, he got to know her. So, like, obviously he trusts her to be his second command. And she's looking at it like how, you know, most people could look at it too. Like, well, he's my husband. Why isn't he giving me, you know, special treatments? Because, well, you're the best person for the job next to me. and I want you next to me. Like, it lit his eyes.
But he was giving her special treatment, but for his own selfish reasons.
Yeah.
Of making her work.
And as a result, they ended up having this whole situation where they're stuck in an airlock, which is pretty scary. The rescue was insane.
Oh, I was going to say, it seems like the way they bond is Kelly almost dying.
Yeah. Well, they reconciled their relationship because they couldn't find time to talk until then. Yeah. And then they finally aired all their grievances when they were about to die or thought they were going to die.
Yep.
Which was cute because I wrote on here my prediction was that Tyro's marriage problems ? I wonder if his visions changed how he's been acting because remember his reverence for the temple?
No, I don't think it did.
He didn't have visions.
Not visions, but the reverence. Maybe he had like some sort of epiphany once.
No, I don't think he did.
I didn't see. It seems like the same old Tyrell to me.
It seems like a worse Tyrell since the temple.
You think it's just his relationship?
With the drinking
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the temple or something left him longing for something. I don't know.
I think it's mainly just new baby syndrome of like the baby's clearly crying a lot. They're not getting a lot of sleep. He's working a lot. So that's just going to stress you out and it's going to push you in the wrong direction of forming a bad drinking problem.
Yeah. That's fair.
And we were seeing that. So hopefully near-death experience for both of them and leaving their son an orphan will put him on the right track.
The rescue was pretty insane.
It was cool. It was because when they were talking about like we have to jump, I didn't think that what was going to happen is they're going to get ejected out the airlock when the doors blew, which makes sense. But I didn't picture that. I didn't picture that they were going to get yoinked out of it, and then Athena was going to have to literally baseball mitt catch that. I was like, what the fuck is happening? This is so cool.
It was super cool, and I really enjoyed that, and I also really enjoyed Adama projecting. Because is he a Cylon? Maybe maybe that's their hinting that he's a projection. Because they talked about how the Cylons see when they walk around their ship what they see, and it's a different area, this that.
The one thing I will say is that he distinctly was experiencing his interaction with his wife in a separate scenario than how they how the Cylons have been shown to like basically put a lens over everything. His was more like internalized and compartmentalized. Like he was doing everything was in his head that vividly, and it was more like a memory vault.
He was doing a Shogun.
Yeah.
The full fence.
Yeah.
It was all
right.
And it's crazy.
And then he literally eightfold fenced it at the end. It's like, get the fuck back in the drawer.
And I think
I'll see you next year.
I
Literally. So
think
he's doing it.
And his wife pointed out too, it's because if he admits that he made a mistake by marrying her, and then he's going to question every single command he's ever given and everything, because if he's not sure that he loved this woman, how is he sure that he was, giving the correct commands to? And I like that because, he compartmentalizes that and goes, everything I've ever done is
can't
correct.
doubt himself.
I can't doubt myself because if I doubt myself, these people are going to die. And it's true. Everything he's done has been the right call. I think up until now,
I thought that was interesting.
And it's interesting too because Lee even doubles down and says she didn't love you, but you loved her.
Right.
So you knew you were in love, so you married the person you loved without having the unrequited love.
Kind of like what Lee and Deer did.
Yeah, kind of, which is crazy parallels. But I mean, we learned that the mom abused the brothers, and the dad compartmentalized that too, which was kind of a toxic thing to do and be like, she's your mother.
Yeah. That was a rough line.
Also,
but that's the other thing. He struggles showing emotion. I'm gonna let you. I'm sorry. He struggles showing emotions. So like, he doesn't know that that's like a toxic thing to say. That's what he knows, and it's rough because like he should know better, but like you can't fault him because he's not gonna know that.
He should know better because he's a Cylon. It all makes perfect sense.
Wait, no, because if the wife didn't love him, then they couldn't have had babies. Lee's a demigod,
but
bro.
He felt loved, and he wouldn't have a reference to know what love feels like on the receiving end.
Lee's not a Cylon, he's a half Cylon.
He's a half breed. Anything is fucking possible, but I'm just saying, only helping our beliefs currently.
Papa
So.
Adama is Papa Cylon.
That would be interesting. I like the fact.
It tracks.
I mean, it makes sense. But I mean, even if Lee isn't his child, they could have, implanted the memories that he has a child and give him an adopted give him two babies to adopt for the cover story.
Or the alcoholic ex-wife was cheating
Cylon?
on him while they were married.
That's a Cylon. Blonde women are Cylons in this show.
Oh my god,
Mikey, jeez.
All right, guys.
Ellen's not a Cylon.
Ellen, if she wasn't dead, she'd be a Cylon for me. She'd still be on that board. I think I secretly deep down wanted her to be a Cylon just because I didn't like her.
Instead, she died a brutal death.
And
trying to defend the only thing she cared about.
Yeah. It's just terrible.
She had like the most tragic like character arc. It's just colored with like the worst possible attitude and action.
Yep.
I can't wait to find out though, because we're so close to being through the series, where we find the Cylons. I think by the end of the season. I think next. I feel,
what do you mean we find the Cylons?
I feel like we're gonna find out the Cylons by the end of the season.
Think by the end of this season we'll know the 5?
I think so. I think we'll know the final 5.
The final 5.
I think we'll know the final 5 by the season finale. If not, like the last episode will tell us.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I really hope we don't find out anything about the final 5.
This season? Or
No, I
prefer
feel like just massive cliffhanger.
No, I mean like at the end of season 4. I hope we do not find it out. I like the mystique.
You like the mystique? I like finding out.
I hate that for all of us.
Yeah. All right.
You know what I really want for this show? No closure. That's what I really want. Like,
I feel like the show wouldn't be goated if that was the case. I feel like the reason why this is because it's top 20 on IMDb, I think, is because you get the fact is there's closure.
No, I don't want to know.
I want no closure.
But also, I'm pretty sure the way it was written was that the final 5 Cylons weren't decided until they're like in the episode, because every episode is written episode to episode.
So like I know that we should draw no information from that like brief 3 having that vision thing, but I could have swore that one of the faces underneath the white like hood looked like Adama. Could have swore, but I don't think I'm supposed to take anything from that.
I don't think so either.
I don't know. I don't think so. But
then again, Mikey could just be reading like misinformation online about them not knowing. Yeah, like they probably had the Cylons figured out day 1.
That's why some of these actors, like when they die in episodes, they don't find out they're dying until that episode, because they could technically be a Cylon. So like when Kat died, she didn't know until the episode.
So they also get more real on-screen emotion. I'm getting fired today. That's fucked up.
All right. Thanks for joining us, guys. We're the 732 View Crew. I'm Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
If you do enjoy our content, make sure you check out our Patreon. Features full lengths for this and others, as well as movies. Really do enjoy the series. Let us know in the comments below your favorite theories of ours so far. I started keeping track of the theories. I do have a few of the previous ones, but if anybody has some good theories that you remember of ours, drop them so I can put them in the book. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Bye.
I only keep saying Adama's a Cylon every episode, though.
It's not written down.